Let's get this dub.
Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of two tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great story as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last
That's the goal face with tears of joy.
They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this pass caught by Gray. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season. But, Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Like, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together. But to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters have stayed healthy. They've welcomed
Travis Kelce. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 61 yards. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. results in a Travis Kelce touchdown. And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. Leading them out, a two-year starter at Ohio State and second overall pick in the draft, C.J. Stroud.
And the quality of opponent goes up a notch here in this divisional round. But he's coming off such a sensational performance, I'm not sure he cares. 4 touchdown passes in the last game, and you'd have to imagine his head coach would sign up for that right now.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They go again with Pierce. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Pierce gets this one running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The second down throw now from Stroud. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to throw that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You can see and feel the disappointment on that one because you saw some guys on the sidelines jumping up going, oh no! Looked like they had that one set up well on 3rd down, but you got to give yourself time to get rid of the football.
Stroud now on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
2nd and 5 from the 8. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. Brings up 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Stroud looking to throw to the right side and caught by Dell. So So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mahomes to throw once more. That went into the hands of Tony downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34. To throw, it's Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing now is Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to widen their advantage.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Butker on for the PAT. And this one's right through, making a 13-3 ball game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Stroud wants to change it up with an audible. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you take a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Houston.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. Throw is going to be incomplete.
So it looks like the stops and fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Stroud now on 2nd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Collins. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing now is Stroud. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kylie Fairbairn comes on. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now Mahomes. Got it open there, and it's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside blind to everything in the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage. And that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Mahomes firing complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. On second down, here's Mahomes. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Ball start.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Now they'll try again here, first and goal after the false start. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Pacheco once more. And he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. They finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 15 now. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And here comes the Texans now. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with. And that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that must stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 30. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Throw over the middle is taken in by Down.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 21-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Pierce takes it straight ahead. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Now Stroud. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to have it here as they start at their own 7. CD, when he went to throw down, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. So whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
No, because, look, let's face it, that goes to the goal line for throwing interceptions. Got to hold any down. The only down you can throw there is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
Mahomes throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now it's Mahomes again. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 15-point game. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the Dolphins who were able to pick up the victory at home. Tua Tagovailoa, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He came out of the gate smoking hot with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes to help steer his guys towards this halftime lead. Final adjustments are underway in the locker rooms. Which of these 2 teams will survive and advance to next weekend's AFC Championship game? To find out, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Stroud on third down now. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship.
Missing tackles.
Just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Now Mahomes' throw complete to his tight end, Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
That'll be caught. It's Tony. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, 27 yards. And the Chiefs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Taking a shot for Dell here.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Stroud.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
CPU is cheating.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Holding. Offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
That's pulled in at the 32. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good. But there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Over the middle. That's hauled in by Toney. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jerry Hughes. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. They can't tackle it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all
This game sucks.
and they continue to take advantage.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball.
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. Tall task ahead of him here. Needed a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. His defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. As the offense reemerges, there's wide receiver Kadarius Toney leading him out. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Right back to Toney. He's got another one.
A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Shoves him away. And now past another. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Mahomes to throw once more. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now here's Mahomes. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
A little football 1-on-1 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. On 1st down, they stick with Singletary. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. That is caught by Dell. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Play action. Here's Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the bootleg, Stroud. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. He's trying to get that to Brevin Jordan. And now it's 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. defense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On the move to his left. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
C.J. Stroud.
14 yards.
And the Texans are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion.
Flush to his right. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And out come the Chiefs now. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
60 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Now Callaway on the return. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They knew this would be tough on the road, divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now Stroud. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Stroud to throw it.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They intercept Stroud again, the third time in this game. Picked off by Legero Sneed, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
You give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Pacheco once again. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the run. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were. And you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. Inside gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough one to throw.
It really is because of so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because they're going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.